Hi, Frankie. I'm Charlie, the therapist here at Community Health Services. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So, before we get started, I just want to let you know that everything you say in this room to me is full disclosure.
Okay.
It's protected. The only time that I'll have to break confidentiality would be if you mention anything about self harm, harm of others, or anything about sexual or child abuse. But I just want to let you know about that before we move forward.
Okay. No problem.
All right. So, what brings you here today?
Well, I've been feeling a little like anxious and stuff and a little depressed. So my guidance counselor told me I should probably talk to somebody about it.
Oh yeah. What do you think's been the cause of these feelings?
I'm not sure. Well, I have to start applying for colleges soon, so that's been making me feel anxious and stuff like that. So I guess I just been kind of feeling like depressed about it.
Has it been hard to focus on college, or has there been anything else going on that's been a factor?
Well, yeah, focusing on college, and also I guess I've been kind of like drinking a lot, drinking a little bit as well, to kind of like um, not think about it so much, especially when I feel anxious.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much drinking would you say? Just a beer or two, or?
Well, pretty much I drink every day, like a 6 pack or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's been the motivating factor behind the drinking? Like, what's been causing you to drink? Would you say?
Well, well, I started drinking earlier, like when I started high school, that's just what the cool kids were doing. And that was fun, but now it's just been like more and more recently and stuff. So I think like with like college is right around the corner. So I don't know. I just been feeling like really like overwhelmed about the whole experience. I've been feeling like a little bit down and anxious about it. So I noticed that I've been drinking more and stuff.
Oh, I see. Um, let's backtrack to the feeling of the cool kids.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a cultural thing? Would you say you sort of feel like you wanted to fit in, or what was the background on that?
Well, yeah. I mean, all my friends were like drinking. I didn't want to be like the only one, who wasn't.
Yeah.
I wanted to like fit in. So yeah, I just started drinking, early and stuff.
And was there anything that made you feel like that when you were younger? Like anything that you went through when you were younger that may have caused you to feel this way about yourself?
Like, like anxious.
I would say anxious, yeah.
Um. Well, my dad was an alcoholic, so living with him wasn't easy. So yeah.
What was your relationship like with him?
No, I mean not so great. He was always like drunk all the time. Yelling at my mom and like just yelling at me and my sister all the time. So half the time he was like drunk and like yelling at us.
It
It wasn't the best.
sounds like a difficult situation.
It was, yeah.
Did it cause a lot of stress on you and your sister and your mom?
Yeah, definitely. My mom, she pretty much had to like carry the family. She had to like work and support the family because dad was drunk all the time. He couldn't work. And then, with my dad being drunk all the time and my mom always working, like, it seemed like me and my sister just had to like fend for ourselves.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
And is your sister older or younger?
She's older by 2 years.
Oh, I see. So you really had to rely on each other
Yeah.
in order to get through.
Yeah, we did.
What was it like at home, or not at home, at school with your friends, or what was your social life like?
Well, I mean, my friends, I had, a pretty good, like a handful of close friends. So I pretty much just hung out at the house. If my mom had to work overnight, I didn't want to be out with my dad. So, my sister went with her friends, and I just kind of like hung out with my friends, and just what we did, like just hung out and drink and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That you just wanted to find ways to kind of get away from your current
Away
life.
from home, yeah.
And what were some ways that you think that made you stronger growing up?
Well, it made me more independent. I had to learn to like, like fend for myself. Like I said, like figure things out myself. My mom was too busy working like, for dad who was there but not really there, you know. I just had to like learn to like be on my own.
Oh, I got you. And now it feels like you're at a weird stage where you're ready for college, but you can't seem to get over that area where you're
Yeah.
feeling ready.
Yeah, it's just like scary, you know, like it's scary. Like I had to take the SAT, and you know I'm waiting like on my scores. And now I have to apply to all these colleges, and I just feel like you know I don't know. It's scary. Yeah.
And is the drinking still taking an impact on you?
Yeah, I kind of like drink when I start to feel like when I think about college and stuff like that, I get really anxious, and I kind of like to kind of make myself feel better. Like I kind of like just turn to like drinking and stuff.
Oh yeah, just as a relaxer for you. And
Yeah, just to kind of like you know get drunk and like just not think about it and take my mind off of that.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And are your friends in that same situation, or are they more of a support for you? Would you say?
Well, they're like half and half. I mean, like they drink with me, but I feel like they don't drink as much as I've been drinking. I've been drinking kind of like daily now. But they mainly just drink on the weekends and stuff like that. So,
Oh, I got you. Well, that can be a challenge. Definitely not having that support as much as, and not having people in the same situation as you can definitely make it stressful.
yeah, and I don't want them to know like I'm drinking like every day because I don't want them judging me and stuff like that. So I've kind of been like not hanging out with them as much as I usually do. You know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that can be a challenge.
Yeah.
And have you been doing anything else at home to take your mind off drinking, or trying to?
Honestly, if I'm not like drinking, I'm just like laying in bed. Like I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
really have motivation to do anything really. So,
What are some things you like to do?
well, I like to go to the movies with my sister. You know, that's something we try to do like once a week, so we can spend time together. I mean, I like cleaning. You know, it helps relaxes me and stuff like that. So,
It sounds like you have a real strong relationship with your sister,
yes,
where you can really rely on her in these tough situations.
yeah.
What do you think you would want to go to school to be? What's your career? What's like your dream job?
I want to be a vet tech, a veterinarian.
Oh yeah, so you're an animal lover.
I do. I love animals, especially dogs.
Do you have any pets at home?
Yes, we have a dog.
Oh, do you?
He's like my best friend.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah,
So he's kind of there for you whenever you're feeling sad.
all the time. He lays in the bed with me and stuff like that.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
It's got to be a nice feeling when you have somebody there when
it
all this is going
he's,
on.
He's always there with me. Yeah.
And he's something that you don't feel like you don't have to impress as much.
No, not at all. He greets me when I come home, and he's so happy to see me, and that makes me feel, you know, a little bit like happy too. You know, to see him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How about in school? In school, are you feeling? Do you feel almost like an outcast towards the other people in your school, or do you feel?
I mean, I would say a little bit, but you know, like I only really hang out with my group of friends anyway, so you know, I say hi to people in the hallway, but I don't hang out with them or anything. So I don't know.
I got you. So it's not like it's not like you're struggling to hang out with people. You just
Yeah.
choose not to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I want to backtrack on your dad, and
Okay.
just ask you about how your relationship is with him today.
Today, well,
It seems like he helped you develop into the kind of person you are today, but I just want to see where you are at this point.
with him, this point, I don't know, like he's there, but we don't really like. I'm not close with him. I don't feel like a close connection to him because he was like absent or like drunk my entire, you know, my childhood and stuff like that. So, I mean, he's trying to like work on himself now. He's been in rehab. So, but I don't know. I feel like I can't really depend on him or rely on him.
And do you support him in rehab a little bit while he's there? Do you try to?
I mean, he recently started, so we'll see if he keeps up with it. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. He's giving it a try, so we'll see how it goes. But of course, I want to support him because I do want him to get better. Because eventually, I do want to have like a good relationship with him. But right now, he's like a stranger to me.
Yeah, that's important though that you mentioned that you want to have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows that you're strong and you want to sort of put everything you went through with him pretty much behind you
Yeah.
and focus on a new kind of life with him.
Yeah.
How's it with your mom?
But my mom, she's great. She's the best. She's a hard worker. You know, she tries to be there for us, but I know she can't because she still has to like work and support the family. But you know, she shows up for she makes time for like the important stuff.
That's
you know?
awesome.
Yeah.
So she's still a strong part of you and your sister's lives.
Definitely, yeah.
And does she have any kind of feelings towards your dad, or?
If she does, I don't know. She doesn't really. She just, I don't know. He just like there, you know. I feel like she's kind of like giving up on him too, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's just like there. So hopefully he turns himself around and stuff like that. So.
But it's great that you're trying to put this focus on him getting better and
Yeah.
having a good relationship with them.
Yeah. I hope he sticks with the you know, like he's in rehab. So I hope he sticks with it and come out and go to AA and stuff like that. So.
It's got to be hard for you to be looking at how he is and when you go through your drinking phases to be thinking about that.
Yeah.
Does that ever come across your mind when you're drinking?
Yeah, I don't want to be like him. You know, I don't want to. You know, that's probably why I'm kind of here now. You know, I don't want to end up like my dad and just be drunk all the time. You know, especially now that I'm about to go off to college. I don't want that to be a thing. You know.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to like break that like now. So.
What did your dad do for work? Did he ever go to college, or was he just?
He's a college dropout, but for work he does like landscape sometimes when he decides to wake up and actually go do something. So he does that on like this. He kind of like freelance landscape and stuff like that.
So that's another reason why you were kind of motivated to go to college, because you want to go in a separate path than him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And did your mom go to college too?
She did. She has a associate degree.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So at least she got some kind of degree, and she wanted to, be there to support you, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds like she really cares about you and wants the best for you.
She definitely do. She always like try to encourage my sister and myself. You know, that's why she kind of like pushes for us to go to college so we can have like a better life than what she has now, what she was able to give us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And with your dad, is he still trying to be supportive towards you, even though he's going through all this stuff?
I mean, I guess, but I feel like right now he's not in like a place to be supportive of his family right now. He needs to like kind of like work on him, I think, right now. So, but I mean, he's there. He didn't leave, He didn't leave. He's there. So I guess that's something. I don't know.
What are some things you think you could do to maybe continue to better yourself, but influence him? If you could think of some ideas.
To influence my dad?
Yeah.
To better himself?
To help get him on the right track.
I mean,
have a better relationship with you.
I mean, I guess I could, I don't know, like maybe encourage him to continue his AA meetings, but he's just been such like a letdown in my life, I just know I don't want to be like him, so.
Oh yeah.
He's just been like, drunk all the time, didn't really help my mom out, like with taking care of the household. So, to be honest, like I really don't care. Like, I mean, I hope he gets better, but I feel like I can't waste any of my energy on him. Like, he has to, like, I don't know, make that improvement himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does your sister does she feel the same way?
She's a little more like lenient with him, I guess. Like, she's more sympathetic towards him, but I don't know why. Like, no one told him to like just drink all the time, So I mean, she goes to some of his meetings with him when she's not working. So yeah.
It'd be interesting to find out what led him to his drinking, because I know your stories are going to be totally different. Where yours was more due to, feeling cool, wanting to fit in.
Yeah.
So
I think his drinking started. He was kind of like laid off from his job at the factory, so he was home a lot more. trying to applying for jobs, so now I really like getting. I guess he wasn't really getting anything in his field, so he was home more, and then it was like a couple of years, and then like the longer he went without a job, it just became more and more, and he just became, I feel like, dependent
Oh
on
yeah,
alcohol and stuff like that.
that's difficult, and that almost sounds like your path a little bit, but in a different sense, where his was more of because he was depressed and angry and maybe couldn't find a job, and then with you it was, had one or two here and there, and then it kind of grew into this addiction a little bit,
Yeah,
which can always be a challenge to break.
yeah, it is.
Has your sister ever gone through this kind of drinking, or is she?
She parties, but I don't think she like drinks like daily like I do. I think she mainly like for social drinking. Like
Oh, yeah.
but not like me, no.
But I think it's really strong that you're willing to, accept everything that happened and be able to move forward with your life without, jeopardizing everything else. I think that's a huge strength for you.
Thank you.
So what do you think would be a good first step moving forward in terms of getting to the next step of being motivated for school? And
Well, I want to cut down. I don't know, like, I want to cut down, like, on my drinking. I think that's, like, the first thing, because I think, like, cutting down on my drinking and maybe, like, I don't know, like, coming here more and talking to you and, like, I don't know, like, replacing, like, the drinking with, like, maybe, like, working out.
yeah, that would be a great idea.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, and you can definitely find, and that's why I mentioned earlier about all of your interests that you have. You can always replace that with drinking as well whenever you feel that urge.
Yeah, I think that's like the big thing right now. Like I don't know how to like deal with the whole, because I get anxious like when I have to think about planning for college and stuff like that. And like right now I've been drinking to kind of like deal with that. But I don't want to be like my dad, So I don't know. I don't know. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, and that's important. I mean, you know why you're here, and you're willing to try to make these changes, such as working out or anything you could do to replace drinking.
Yeah.
And that's a great first step that you're making in terms of just not really jumping right to the whole motivating to start applying to college, but getting over that barrier that is in the way, such as the drinking.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important to be going through. But I just want to kind of review a little bit before we end our session,
Okay.
just to kind of get ready for next week. So we're going to focus this coming week on kind of getting yourself ready to go, going to the gym.
Okay.
Do you have any other things you might want to try to do to?
Besides running the gym.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to try out. It's kind of like similar to gym, but like maybe like kickboxing.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I could go. That's something I could do with my sister, because we do try to like plan like one night together. That we hang out.
Oh,
if there's
yeah.
a movie or something. So maybe I could try to talk to her and see if we can like do kickboxing.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Be a lot of fun.
yeah. I think it'll kind of help me out with some of my
Help you kind of get rid of that stress and anxiety. And
something
Feel better?
physical. Yeah, I think so.
so what I think would be a good idea for you to do would be looking into like documenting. So whenever you do feel that urge to drink this week, you obviously try to replace it with something else, and then just take a note of it. Just take note of how you're feeling at that time when you start to feel that urge,
Mm-hmm.
and then how you feel at the end of your replace activity. So after you're done kickboxing, how you're feeling.
Okay.
Just so you can kind of compare,
So you want me to like write down my feelings?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, I could try to do it. Do I have to like do it every day?
Oh no, just whenever you're available. Like honestly, because I don't want to pressure you because I know you have a lot of stuff going on with your life. So whenever you think about it and you feel that urge, just remember to try to replace it with something else. And I think it'd be interesting to write down your feelings and kind of compare how you're feeling before and after.
Okay.
And you can kind of see that, oh, this makes me feel even happier than this makes me feel happy and less anxious, and I'm not getting drunk or hurting myself.
Okay. I mean, I could try it out.
Yeah, try it for a few days and just see what happens.
Okay.
And we'll kind of report back and hopefully see if everything works out well, which
Okay.
it should.
Sure. I could try that out.
Did you have anything else you want to share before we end our session?
Well, no, not really. I mean, I think it was a good session, So, I guess.
Yeah, I think we had a good first session. You were able to tell me everything that was going on, and I think we have a lot to work with moving forward.
Okay. Do you think you can help me fix my problem?
I think I can. I think it's going to take a lot of steps in terms of getting to that point, but we definitely can do it.
Okay.
I just need your commitment on your side to be able to, whenever you feel that temptation, just to try to fight through it.
Mm-hmm.
Think of substitutes for drinking, and we'll go from there.
Okay. No problem.
All right. Well, did you want to schedule the same time,
Sure.
same day next week?
Sure.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.